with that shit. So, 3333, the higher fucking me, I swear, all the time. So, you just we really need to come together, regardless of the fact. Because shit, either you on the good side or the bad side. And I sure the fuck would want to be on the bad side. The whole point of me rebelling and for other people to not only be able to wake up to the truth, but also be able to stand up for their own truth. I can't tell you how many times I've said and expressed this, that taking a government class pissed me off. Because when you could see in between the lines of how things are created for divide and conquer, it's just like, that's why there should be a free government. But there can't be a free government if there is no true healing, and these governmental systems don't have true healing on purpose. Because if they had true healing, they would have no fucking psychopath ass fucking law enforcement, government officials, presidents, and fucking all this other shit. Detectives, undercover ass detectives and shit that are fucking dirty ass motherfuckers. You know, there's some good ones, but there's definitely some bad ones. And it seems like I fucking have fucking found all the fucking bad ones. Dealing with my ex-husband and so much dealing with him, but just knowing and understanding how I even forgot. I try to erase him completely from my memory so much to where I forgot that when I was pregnant, him and his cousin had took a CSUB law enforcement class together. But not only that, they're it's fucking crazy to find out that this fucked up shit was done because they wanted money. Money that was not going to sustain them, or nor was anybody going to get my fucking powers from bloodshed. And it's fucking crazy, man. God makes it work because it wasn't meant to work that way. Everything must have a balance. And everything must balance out. To balance yourself and to know how to balance and know how to heal is a really big deal. It's the greatest attribute that God wants any and all of us to do and have. And I made that promise. I made that promise to the universe. I made that promise to the universe because I wanted to be able to see my children grow up. And if they have children, I wanted to see my grandchildren and my grandchildren's grandchildren. I wanted to be able to have some peace, be able to relax without a worry or a care. not just for me, but for everybody on Earth and wherever else in the universe where they may be disorder and unhealing and whatnot, all these secrets and shit being hidden. Like, there is absolutely a map that you can pay for and see on that map that there are other realms around us. And it's like, I almost had the fucking word. I was trying to say the word the last another video. But if you've ever seen Clash of the Titans, War of the Titans, or something like that, where they had to go in, it was like a maze and it was always changing and shifting. It's Earth realm is like that. That's how we get so many different things existing all at one time. Not only are there different universes, and we are not the only universe, but this exists within this earth, on it, in it, and around it. And the government, along with the evil aliens, are wanting to keep this a secret. But thank God for the people that risked their lives to get this information out, or we wouldn't have been able to get this far. And this is pretty damn far. 5 years long. It wasn't long to the define. A long fuck for me. In this body here. But I keep thinking, like, would I do it again? Yeah, I would, because you know what? Somebody had to do it. And you know what? Had to be crazy intelligent. Most of all, emotionally intelligent. And them, the way they manipulate emotion, you'll see it played out in movies like, what's that damn movie? I can't remember right now. But the way I can describe it is they have like a mute face, or they're like robots. Like, they pretend to have emotions, but they don't. So they're extremely sociopathic. Damn, y'all having me spill some juice right now, ain't you? My tongue started to chop. They would be extremely sociopathic, knowing how to manipulate, like they have emotions, cry on demand, things like that, but not truly healed, and definitely still hold grudges and don't think twice about their actions. Definitely not accountable. Oh, they gave me an idea. So, like Sid, what what movie was that? When he was like the computer simulation, and it was Denzel Washington, and they created a human virus. Well, it typically was a human virus, but he could use the glass to reproduce his body with the little nano bots that dwell within his system. Just about the same fucking thing. I've said this shit before. So that's pretty much your idea. They want to live forever, but their forever is hell. They're gonna make it a permanent hell for them, but it's just gonna be them, and there's gonna be others. That's it. Oh yes. Whew. There is no in between, and I'm so tired. I really didn't want to come out, but I was like, let me make a fucking video. I had so much more to say, but I'm gonna say it later. Um, yeah, y'all go watch that movie. Psychological warfare. Because even the computers are getting smart enough. They made this one computer they just shut down because these two computers, they had made up their own code. But not only that, they say that they don't want to give certain humans the amount of intelligence because they would typically use it in order to manipulate the mass. And that's what, you know, I can honestly say these computers are smart enough to understand. I mean, do they have telepathy at that point? Because in order to have a sense of emotional manipulation, you would have to sense that. And even if they couldn't sense it, like feel it, they say they do have feelings though. But say even if they didn't truly have feelings, would that in some way make them sociopathic? Smart enough to function in a human body, but dangerous enough that you couldn't control it. And so what they're trying to do is build something that can control and manipulate a mass of people that were not meant to be controlled or manipulated. Um, Quite naturally, like, talked about gifts, getting gifts naturally, and then there's an unnatural way. Making the unnatural way and having that in nanotechnology, it poses a threat to everything around it. If it can nano copy, like Wreck-It Ralph broke the internet and get out and copy everything, what would that create? A type of hybrid that possibly uncontrollable. and definitely could reproduce on its own at that point. And what did they say? They said a lot of, I guess, these male frogs or something they've been experimenting on. And when they become like a shortage of food or whatever, they started reproducing with each other. Like, I don't think they get so much could reproduce with each other, but they start having sex with each other. And it's like they are fucking up all kind of different genomes of natural DNA strands of things. They do that with the seedless watermelon. Anything seedless, it doesn't have a seed. How did it grow? You must ask yourself that. So that makes sense. We all have a good hypothesis and things like that. And most of them are not hypotheses. These are actualities, right? But I think a lot of people end up taking the wrong path and getting greedy and selfish and in that survival mode. They lose their faith. Faith is not nothing you can see, not nothing that can be measured, weighed, or, has a limit. Faith is limitless. So we should use that more often. And I believe that robots that are good, that didn't get the low vibrational strand of anything, they would help. In the way they are able and can and know that it wouldn't bring an imbalance to nature. Like Robot Boy. Y'all go watch these movies. And the other half are going to be like mimics. There's a movie called Mimics where these big ass fucking roaches are fucking mimicking fucking humans. And it's fucking crazy. So, you should definitely check out those movies to get more of an idea of what I'm referring to. Because I'm looking at what's supposed to be people. And I can see the demon like jumping out of them for real. They lose control of their bodies. They lose control of their attitude completely. And they fucking go crazy. They just cannot control themselves. And that's the thing. It's going to be hard to distinguish. Well, that's when emotional intelligence comes in, is knowing the difference between artificial intelligence and actual, unhealed wounds from a mimic, a copy, a look-alike, a act like mimicking. That's the whole point of, I'm sure, fucking the movie It. Something that can morph into your worst dreams, your worst nightmares. Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees, all these different things had different weaknesses, but they knew your weaknesses. just did some really outrageous things that we wouldn't have. Please do that. So things like that. Um, like the Tooth Fairy. They got it in female form, masculine form. And when you think about it, it's scary because the way they put it in the movie. But that shit is real. Not only are they making that shit real, but that shit is real somewhere. Not only that is, like I just said, you see people just like fucking morphing in their face and they are not fucking human no more. Been possessed, so that shit be scary, man. I've been trying not to lose my shit. Because if they can get your vibration so low, they pretty much they can get your ass too. And I'm glad that Pretty Oracle made that that the idealization and a factuality is just some real shit. I'm glad she said that. It is hard to distinguish between the two. It can be very tricky. That's why I end up in some of the situations that I do, and motherfuckers just don't understand this shit is realer than fucking real. And they say, well, why? And I think they're starting to understand, though. It's like, I can only control me. So what I do is I walk away. And even at this point, it's just like walking away is not enough. It's not enough. So, you really have to defend yourself. You have to really, get fucking all the fucking crystal gems and fucking sage and fucking Palo Santo and dragon blood and fucking the oils, the herbs, and really stack up and really put that shit together and learn the herbs and everything because they will come in handy. More than fucking handy. Shit. Seriously, at this point, it's fucking crazy. I feel bad. I feel bad for anybody. Lord have mercy. I know how I deal with some shit, but fuck, I can only imagine somebody does not know how to deal with and don't have no understanding of how to deal with what they're in front of them, and they just thinking like this motherfucker is crazy, or you know unfortunately some children, what I'm saying, they can't defend themselves. They just fucking on a whim of this entities, beings, fucking, in the hands of these motherfuckers. And I can really say that 9 times out of 10 people that you don't ever see again or come up missing, watch the planetary alignments. I guarantee you that's what the government did. Is they took them. These people are not dead. These people were taken to somewhere else. And you know what's crazy is I've had and I've heard multiple men. The fuck are you looking at? That say that they have experienced, you know, extraterrestrial abductions, and it's just like shit ain't fucking fake. Yeah, I know I fucking believe that shit. That shit is real as fuck. It's like, I don't know who was he looking right there. I don't know, but he was all we made eye contact. Too much, too much. But I believe they do that to men to break them down first. Like that South Park episode, the Jagoffs. Y'all go look that shit up and watch that fucking cartoon episode. The Jagoffs, the aliens, and how they had everybody on TV and they was watching and laughing and shit and doing all kind of fucking sexual acts, confirmation, and all kind of crazy shit. Like, getting some of these people and just doing all kind of shit to them. But remember that what's scary is it was real and crazy. They do it right in our fucking face. Through commercials, advertisement. They do it. They do it through all kind of shit. Excuse my stuffing. They do all kind of shit. They do it through the food. You know, they as long as you give them permission, they gonna keep on doing it. And you gonna say, well, how gets just shit? But I try to warn many people. The best thing I can say is to learn how to farm and don't farm with no animals. Drink plenty of water. Uh, if you have any animals, you know, you should have them to like to eat the grass and stuff. Do what they do naturally. Fertilize the grass. You know, not to eat them. Because a lot of these creatures was not even existing until so much shit happened. And they was created. So that's it for me. I'm getting stupid sleep. And I gotta try and get to sleep safely before I fall asleep. I absolutely don't want to do that because that's not very smart or safe. Thank God. Not too far. Like I literally have to fucking block my shit. Like when I go to sleep. It's not even fucking. It's not even cool. It's not even cool, bro. And it's like the difference between knowing what the fuck is going on and just like fucking their entities. They're fucking entities. And beyond mischievous, fucking detrimental to your fucking health. And don't let it fucking fool you. Like, if you notice somebody, a motherfucker, just fucking with your shit, and you know goddamn well, like, that shit shouldn't be there. Hair food, hair missing, fucking, some weird shit in your cup, in your food, shit, I'm telling you, I don't even eat. I don't even eat that. Oh no, I won't be able to. And that will make me snap, honest. And I don't believe in but don't want me to say that. don't believe in fucking playing in nobody motherfucking food. I don't give a fuck how much I don't like your ass. I don't give a fuck if you racist. I ain't gonna motherfucking play in your goddamn food. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? That's just not something that I would do. I don't give a fuck how much I don't like you. I'm not gonna play in nobody's food. I'm just not. I can't do it. They ain't got the heart to do it. I can't play in nobody's food. That shit. That shit. That shit pissed me off and sent me off the deep end. Nah, I had to fucking. I had to talk to myself. Self. Find something to do to protect yourself. Self. So that's what me and self did, and you know, you just stay as great as you can. Do it all. I wouldn't wish this shit on my worst enemy, but hey, shit happens, and it's only temporary anyway. It's only temporary. So be great. Love yourself. Ground. Cleanse. Talk to yourself because there ain't nothing wrong with it. You're just talking to your higher self. Call all off any lower negative trickster ass energies. Call them off. Call on Archangel Raphael. Michael for that, for protection and cutting shit off in a way. And call on Archangel Raphael to help open up your heart and heal your heart so you can have clear and earnest discernment. So, some good tips for anybody to do right now because it's fucking crazy. You know, they should be trying to fucking get the fuck off this planet. I don't know what the fuck they gonna do. What they been doing is floating up there from, so far from Earth. So they need to just go and do that shit and stay where the fuck they at. I ain't gonna be no food for their ass no more. I ain't gonna live in fear. Fuck that shit. Kiss my ass. So think out a lot of things, deep breaths. It'll all work out. People don't understand. I walk